Hey guys, here's a long overdue dinners of the week video. I'll start with steak and potatoes and vegetables that I made. I've recorded this video a while ago, so I can't remember exactly what day of the week I started. So let's just call it Monday. I made steak and some sauteed broccoli and sugar snap peas with some roasted baby potatoes. This is one of my favorite meals and my husband's favorite as well. On Tuesday, I made spaghetti carbonara with some sauteed leeks and courgettes. I'll put a link down below for my carbonara recipe. I usually use bacon, but on that day, I used pancetta. And I just cooked some courgettes and leeks on the side. This was just for my husband and I, because my kids don't like carbonara. I put a lot of chili in it. So that's what we had for dinner on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I just took out some pulled pork I'd already made from the freezer, and then I cooked some peppers and onions, I cooked some rice, and I served it in some lettuce leaves. So that's the pulled pork, and I also made some barbecue beans. It's a Laura Vitale recipe. I'll put a link down below. Really delicious. I didn't want to add any bread this time because my husband's he's been avoiding bread because it's been bothering his stomach. So so we had it with rice and lettuce. It was really delicious, very fresh and filling. And there's my pulled pork under all the peppers. Yeah, that was a really nice dinner. And we used the Stubbs barbecue sauce in the beans as well as the pulled pork. It's really, really good. It's almost as good as my homemade one, so we really like that one. And then on Thursday, I made a roast chicken, lemon and herb roast chicken, and I made some butter roasted potatoes. Let me know if you want a recipe for these potatoes. It's really easy and very, very delicious. So you just melt some butter, season the butter, and then put some halved baking potatoes in the pan, and you just cook that for a few minutes until it's crispy and golden. Then you put the whole thing in the oven for about 40 minutes, and really, really good. Oh yeah, listen to how crispy and wonderful the chicken skin is. That's why I never put any oil or anything on the chicken, because it cooks up really crispy without anything on it. So after about 40 minutes, the potatoes are beautiful and crispy and golden brown, and just really lovely, like a really nice combination of crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. This is my favorite way of making potatoes these days. So I'll do a recipe video for it if you want. And then on the side, I served some steamed broccoli. So that's my plate. And I usually, especially on a weekday, I don't like to make gravy or anything like that because it's just extra stuff to do. So I usually just reserve the juices from the chicken where it's been roasting, and I put it in a fat separator so that I can just get the juice of the chicken rather than all the fat. So it just really adds a lot of flavor. So on Friday, I made some braised beef cheeks, which is just like a regular beef stew, except that I use beef cheeks. It's a really, really good cut of meat to use in casseroles and stews and things like that, because it's got a lot of connective tissues, so it cooks down really beautifully, and it's got a lot of gelatin in it, and it just melts in your mouth when you cook it long and slow. So I cooked it for about 4 hours, and you can see how soft and really delicious it is. So usually after I've braised the meat, I take out the meat and strain the sauce, and then I reduce it until it's nice and thick like you see here. I hadn't actually put any flour in it. And on Saturday, I made a Nasi goreng recipe. It's an America's Test Kitchen recipe. So I'll I don't know if I can put a link. It's probably not going to work because you have to pay for membership to the website. But I'll see what I can do, and I'll try my best to post the recipe down below. So it's just basically cooking some rice and making sure it's nice and cool, and then I fried up some shallots. This was gonna be the topping, just a nice crunchy topping to the rice. And then I blended some shallots, garlic, and chilies into a fine dice and just sauteed in some oil. And then I added prawns that have been chopped up and a sauce that's just like molasses and soy sauce and brown sugar and all sorts of yummy things. This is really, really delicious, very rich and really tasty. You don't need a lot of it because it's got quite a bit of coconut oil in it. And yeah, it's just really rich, but it's really delicious. And I served it with some cucumber, fried egg, and the fried shallots on top. My kids didn't like it because it was too much umami flavor going on there. So I just made them plain rice, and yeah, it was really good. I really love this recipe. And I used short grain rice, which is really good. It gives it a really nice texture. And then I made marmalade. I bought 3 kilograms of marmalade oranges from Waitrose, and I didn't realize how much marmalade this was going to make because I ended up making a huge amount. But anyway, I just washed up the oranges. This is a Delia Smith recipe. I'll put a recipe link down below as well. So you just, juice all the oranges and then thinly slice the rind. And I just sliced and sliced and sliced forevermore because I had so many oranges. But it was somewhat therapeutic because I had music on and all of that going on. So finally, when I was done, I think this was just half of what I did in the end. And then according to the recipe, you take all the pulp from where you squeeze the juice out, because you strain the juice and you put all the pulp in a muslin cloth, and that's full of pectin, and that's what helps the marmalade set. And you boil the rinds for about 2 hours until they're nice and soft, and then you add the sugar to it, tons of sugar. So these are all the jars that I used. I think I needed more in the end. There was just so much marmalade. So when you add the sugar, you just let it boil for about half an hour until it's nice and syrupy, and then transfer into the jars. At this point, I'd already given 3 or 4 jars away. That's how much I made. I really didn't realize how much the recipe made. So here's one of the ones that was half full, so I just put that in the fridge and we used that first. And I just wanted to show you the texture of the jam, and it's really, really good. It really is the best marmalade I've ever had. It's a really good recipe. It tastes so much better than supermarket marmalade. It's very, very citrusy. It's so good, really, really delicious. I'll put a recipe link down below. You have to try it. It's so good. And then finally on Sunday, we ended it all with steak again. This was my husband's request. My husband really loves steak and potatoes. And so I made it again, nice and rare, the way he likes it. And I served it with just some green beans, potatoes, and corn on the cob. And I also pulled out the sauce that was left over from Christmas, from when we made the prime rib on Christmas Day. And I served that on top. Oh, so yes, I also stuck this at the end. So a few things that I baked during the week. I made some baguettes that we had with dinner one time. A really nice recipe. It's a Food Wishes recipe. And then another batch of my lovely dinner rolls. I made them half the size, so they were mini dinner rolls. I thought they were really cute to go with dinner. And then finally, I made a birthday cake for my daughter, who turned 5 that week. And we had a little party for her at a soft play center not too far from our house. And I made a chocolate fudge cake, and she helped me decorate it with the flowers and the butterflies. So that's all we had for dinner that week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.